In this segment, we're going to cover adjusting the exhaust valve, cylinder number 3, part 1. And we need to change our feeler gauge clearance. On the exhaust side, it's a little bit more clearance than the intake side. And it's 0.0059 thousandths to 0.0075 thousandths. And I may not have clarified that a little bit earlier. That's actually between 6, or somewhere roughly between 6 and 7 thousandths of an inch, 0.0059 to 0.0075. And we'll just follow the same procedure once again. First, breaking the retaining nut free. Then I'll loosen up the center. Insert the feeler gauge. That first time in always seems to be just a little bit more difficult because they have oil and residue built up in there. Uh-oh. You want to be careful about stuff like that. If it should fall down and happen to, it's not going to go through one of the oil drain passages, but a smaller tool could easily do that. And it may or may not make it to the oil pan where it could be recovered. And once I've got that in place, and my locking nut held, I'll back off on it. Then turning clockwise again, go down to where it's snug, about 15 degrees. Check the clearance. I'll tighten it down. And that still feels pretty tight. I'm going to do another adjustment on that one. Sometimes this can take 2 or 3 times to get it just right. And that's just kind of get a little better at it as you do it more often. But the other part of the equation is oil residue that builds up underneath the cap itself and retaining nut, and as well as the lubrication between the camshaft and the rocker arm. And following the same procedure we've been doing on the other valve. And that freed it up. I'll check it one more time. Good drag, tight fit. Excellent. Now I'm just going to recheck, make sure that I got this retaining nut tight and secure. And that will conclude adjusting the exhaust valve, cylinder number 3, part 1. Please watch our next segment on adjusting the exhaust valve, cylinder number 3, part 2.